Hey Rachel, I know that you have class this afternoon, but I was wondering if you had some time to talk right now. If not, we can find another time that works for you.
Well, I'm free now. What's going on?
I think we should go into my office, that way our conversation doesn't get interrupted and we can talk freely.
All right, let's head over there.
Come on in and have a seat. I wanted to sit down and have a conversation about how your bulletin boards have been going this semester.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
I want to address some of the issues and observations I've come across with your bulletin boards, and then we can talk about what's been going on and how we can better the situation. I've noticed that since the beginning of the semester, your bulletin boards aren't being finished on time, and when they are completed, they have been missing an aspect like not having a border, background, or title. Some of the pictures don't really correspond to the topic of the bulletin board, so it causes confusion. And since you're a returning RA, when your bulletin boards are late, it makes the new RAs think that it's okay to have unfinished or late bulletin boards, and it causes residents to not pay attention to the bulletin boards. So it trickles down and causes issues with bulletin boards across the building. What's your take on the situation?
Well, honestly, my classes this semester are super hard since I've finally gotten into my major classes, so I haven't been putting as much effort into my bulletin boards as I did last year because I don't have the time to. Currently, I have a chemistry class that's 5 credits, so it takes up all of my time. And when I am finished doing chemistry homework, which takes multiple hours every day, I just don't have the motivation and I don't really care to work on res life stuff, and all I want to do is just take a nap. I know that all the aspects are required, and I guess they're kind of important for the overall look, but I just don't think my residents or the other RAs really care. I mean, even if the bulletin board is missing an aspect, it's done, and it's not like people actually stop and look at them. I've never seen a resident stop and read my content. So no one really cares about them or notices them, so why should I?
So you feel that since your residents aren't appreciating the work that goes into making your bulletin boards, you shouldn't worry as much about them?
Yeah, why should I spend time making the bulletin boards look good if people won't look at them and they don't seem to care about them at all?
I understand how frustrating and hurtful that must be for you. So basically, the effort that you're putting into your bulletin boards is contingent on your residents' reaction and appreciation for the boards that you're doing.
Yeah, my hectic class schedule and the conversations I've had with residents revealed that their lack of appreciation made me lose all motivation towards making my boards.
So what we need to do is find a way to get you motivated again. That way you can get your bulletin boards done on time and make sure that they aren't missing any aspects. I know that you won so many bulletin board awards last year, so I know that you're a total rock star when it comes to making great bulletin boards, and you know how to make them look good.
Yeah, I know, but last year I had a lot more free time since I was taking less credits and I wasn't as involved around campus. Like I said, I have that 5 credit chem class, and then I have a psych class. I have cast classes, so it's a lot of major work and minor work. So there's just a lot going on compared to last semester and even last year. So I feel like I just don't have enough time for it. I have so many things to do and I have a lot of people that depend on me. It's like I have absolutely no time to do anything. So I've been using my open door hours to catch up on homework and studying.
So what do you think we can do to remediate this situation and help you get back on track as a student and as an RA? Because you need to find that perfect balance.
Yeah, I think if I create a schedule for myself with all the classes and clubs, meetings, and open door hours, I find areas where I can study and do homework and have some me time outside of my open door hours. That way, I can start to use my open door hours to work on bulletin boards and door decks gradually, not have to rush to get them done last minute. And I think maybe some other RAs do that too, so then when I do it last minute, when everyone's trying to use the Cricut and get the borders all at the same time, so then I just feel like I should just let them do it first, and I think that just pushes it off even more. But maybe if I start earlier, then I won't have to share the time in the resource room as much.
Okay, so you think that creating a schedule where you can put everything that you have going on and can see how to use your time more effectively is going to help you use your open door hours more effectively and not procrastinate so your bulletin boards get done on time?
Yeah, I think that will help me manage my time more effectively and not feel so stressed and closed off. That way, I can commit to making better bulletin boards that have all the required aspects, like I've been lacking on the borders and backing, like you've mentioned. And that way, it'll draw my residents in and show the interest I have in the community.
Okay, so the next set of bulletin boards is due on April 31st. So that gives you a little over a month to work on your bulletin boards and use your time effectively. That way they're done on time and aren't missing any of the aspects like the border, backing, or title.
I think that if I spend some time during my open doors on bulletin boards, there wouldn't be as much issues. But like I've said, I just haven't been doing that.
Yeah. So how much time are you going to commit to working on your bulletin boards during your open door hours?
I think that if I spend probably 4 hours a week for the next 4 weeks on my bulletin boards, I'll be able to get them done on time and make them look really good for my residents, and that'll make them stop and read what I have to say on them.
So if you use 4 hours of your open door hours during the next 4 weeks, then you can devote the first 3 weeks to work on each of your bulletin boards and then use the final week to wrap up any loose ends. You could even ask some of your residents to get involved. That way they can take pride in the bulletin boards too and make their community look nicer and have more information available.
Yeah, I think that plan is definitely going to work, and I'm excited to see a difference in my bulletin boards and start to feel proud of them again. I think that this is going to help me balance my student and RA life and help me get my residents more involved in the community and just an overall better feel of where we live.
Okay, so you're going to create a schedule. That way you can see when you have free time to study and do homework, and you're going to dedicate 4 hours a week of your open door hours to your bulletin boards and enlist the help of your residents so that your bulletin boards don't get put off until the last day when they're due. So does this plan seem attainable and helpful for you?
Yeah, I think that I can do this. I'm going to work really hard to make sure that I don't procrastinate and that I get things done in a timely manner. I'm sorry that I haven't been working on my bulletin boards to the best of my ability.
Well, thanks so much for being so receptive to this conversation and coming up with a smart and effective plan that will work for you and help you find a balance within your life as an RA and as a student.
Thanks for motivating me to put more work into my bulletin boards. I really have been slacking.
Please send me a copy of your schedule. That way I can check in on you during open door hours and even help you with your bulletin boards if you need me to.
I will email you a copy once I've finished working on it. I loved your help and feedback on my boards as I am working on them.
Sounds good. So I'll follow up with you through an email within the next few days to see how you're feeling and check on your progress. Please let me know along the way if you have any questions or concerns. That way we can work on them together and make sure that we're always on the same page.
Will do, Monica. Thanks again for helping me come up with a plan and motivating me to do better.
You're welcome. Have a good day at class.
Thanks.